Hello once again. The position in front of us requires white to checkmate in a maximum of 6 moves. It's a problem that was set by Philipp Stamma in his work The Noble Game of Chess, first published in 1737. And it's by no means obvious how white deals with this, although it does become somewhat clearer when you look down here. Now just take a look at that. Black is threatening Queen H1, and that would be checkmate. So we have to stop that. So there is a clue in that. So from that, can you see the key move in this position? Well, congrats if you have found it. It is Rook H4, and that does stop the checkmate. Black has 3 replies to this. He can either take the rook, we'll keep that until last, or he can move his queen to 2 squares where it cannot be attacked. This is the primary function of Rook H4. Firstly, to stop checkmate, and then also to threaten the black queen to win it. And black, of course, does not want to lose that queen, because if he did, he'd lose the game. So he has to save that queen. Where does he put it? Well, if he puts it to this square, what do? Well, we checkmate him on the move. So that would be a mate in 2. And as can be seen, the white queen here covers G8. The knight is giving check, and the black pawn on H7 is pinned. So that is an immediate checkmate. So that just doesn't work. What about if he puts it to this square? That is the only other square where he could put it, where it wouldn't be exposed to capture. What happens then? Well, what we do then is we play here, and we're setting the scene for a checkmate in very similar fashion to the one just demonstrated. There's no way out, in fact, because no matter what black does there, if he takes that knight like this, then it's going to be the other knight comes in and checkmates. If he doesn't take that knight, if he moves his queen, then it's one of those knights that goes to G6. He can capture that knight, and then it's the remaining knight to G6 to mate. Just to verify, you play here, for instance. Well, we just need to come around like that, and as can be seen, if he takes it, you take with the other knight, and you're back in the same position. So none of that really would be of any use. So what happens in that position? Just take another look at this. Is after 1 Rook H4, the key move. If he does in fact take that rook, how do we deal with it? There's certainly no knight G6 mate then, because you can just whip the knight off with the pawn. So how do we deal with this? Well, this is where Stamma's really supreme technique for the period comes in handy. He was the strongest player in 1737, right up until he was dethroned by Philip in 1747. So he certainly knew what he was doing, and what he had in mind here is a thunderbolt of a move. Can you see it? There's only one move to force the win. Well, the one move is to give check down here. And if you note, should the rook take, then it's a smothered mate. Let's just demonstrate it. And do you see what I mean? That is checkmate. No problem. So he has to take the queen with the king, which is that. Now, what does white do then? Well, white has this resource. He puts black in check. Now, black has to move back into the corner. There's no doubt about that. So what happens now? Well, what happens now is he plays here this time. Just look at that. Now, without the rook on F8, that will be checkmate. Just take a good look at it. So he has to take the knight. And what about now? Well, now we swoop down here, and this is the whole idea behind Queen G8 check. It leaves the back rank totally exposed. He has to interpose like that, and then finally we play there, and that is a fine checkmate in anyone's book, whether it's from 1737 or any other date. And I trust that you enjoyed that one. Thank you for watching, and goodbye for now.